I'm going to do a spiritual, I guess, disclaimer or FYI warning that I've said before. My downloads, my content is only meant for the greater good to promote life and balance. It's not supposed to be used for selfishness, for clout, to bind people to you, to make you look good. And then if you have a lot of quote-unquote negative energies within you, and a lot of you that do have that, by you just being in front of people, energy harvesting, you're infesting other people. That's a no-no. But you already know that. I'm just saying it out loud so other people know. So, that means when you use it in a negative way for selfish reasons, not to actually uplift people, you don't even actually understand what the information is anyways, and you're skewing it to your benefit to make money or get attention. Make it seem like you're one of the children of the light, and that you're a prophet or whatever, that you're connected, you're divine. You're actually spitting on the divine by doing that, mocking it. And just saying, you doing that, there's consequences. There's always consequences, especially stealing content that's meant for good and you're just doing it for selfish reasons. To lie to people and to cheat and to make them like you and to get money and attention, to make it seem like something you are not, never have been, and total opposite. There's consequences. Hence, you are the one destroying yourself, causing yourself harm, bring about negativity by doing that, all that stuff. You can't blame anybody but yourself. You draw that upon you by spitting on the divine and true source and using the information that someone else gets to your benefit to cause harm and to spread infestation of whatever the hell you're dealing with. You have inside of you your own personal energy, your own personal demons, and some of you are the actual demon. The negativity, and that shit's infectious. You're infecting people with fuck shit, dysfunction, unhealthiness. And so every time you use someone's content in that way, you cause yourself harm. No one's doing it but you. And of course, like I said, stuff like that is a trap. It's all a trap. And then even knowing more so, having me say aloud, you give permission for that shit. You give permission. You can't say you didn't know or whatever and you didn't understand. Oh, you know. You give permission for other things, beings, entities, forms that bring in balance. Even though they are negative, they bring in balance. You attach all kinds of feeders and all kinds of other shit that is from other dimensions. Because some people take it to another level, doing things that most people don't even know how to do and are not willing to do. So they end up tapping or drawing beings in from other dimensions that are very fucking rare in this dimension and attaching it to them, and it causes a stench that other people that don't even have to be psychic or very sensitive, they feel it. And like I said, it makes you want to throw up. It's really gross. And then you can feel them when they're talking shit about you, when they're trying to do black magic upon you, they wish negative upon you. It, like their energy makes you want to throw up. you just feel nauseated and thinking that you have shit like GERD or something, when it's actually these things, these creatures, these people. I don't even want to call them people, because there's even shitty asshole people that wouldn't even do what they do. But you know what you're doing. And I said it out loud. So you can't have an excuse you didn't know. So you give permission for whatever happens. Consequences. Like on Key and Peele, I love that fucking video. Consequences. There are consequences to everything. So all my stuff is not used. Will never be used for shit like that without consequences. And so if you use it for selfish reasons, to not actually help people, just to look good, to try to bind people to you, infest them with shit, your demons, because you are not cleansed, you haven't done any work, shadow work on yourself. You sold your soul by, oh my God, on Netflix, there's a series, I forgot what it's called, but it's like little horror stories, but in the detail it says, two sentence horror movies. And like I've watched it, and I was watching the new episodes, and one of them was about this lady who ended up selling her soul. And it totally, like, it was so good. You didn't have to be spiritual to understand. And in it, I mean, it's so easy to sell your soul. So easy. Like in it, her father was sick and had a rare blood type that only 1% of the population had, and he was dying. He needed a new liver. And there was a rich guy who had the same blood type, and he ended up basically stealing the liver from her father, who was close to dying. And she became a surgeon just to save her father. Well, the rich guy actually paid the board or whatever, $200,000, $300,000, God knows what, but he got the liver. And so she had set the guy up at a house to take, she said she was only going to take a part of liver and let him live, that would regenerate, which is true, your liver can regenerate. And she had her dad show up, because he's supposed to receive the liver, but when her dad realized what she was doing, he was begging her not to do that. He was begging her, because by doing that, causing harm to someone, even though they did something wrong to you, two wrongs don't make a right. Doing something that is unthinkable, like taking someone's life. And he was begging her and begging her. She's like, "Oh, you're all that I have." She's willing to do whatever. So she knocks out the guy, she knocks out her dad, and she goes and starts the surgery, and he ends up, like, he can't handle the surgery. He's dying, and she's like, fuck it. So she takes the whole liver. He was going to die anyways. And then in the process, while she was doing the surgery on that guy, her dad ends up dying. And during this whole time, she keeps seeing, like, weird, shadowy figures following her, wind, and she's like, I'm just imagining it. But no, she didn't care. She kept on. And then her dad ended up dying while she was doing the surgery, and she's there, like, crying, and you could see her get possessed. It still gives me the chills to see it. But that's how easy it is to sell your soul, and it doesn't matter if you say you didn't know. It doesn't fucking matter. Because there's just some things you should not do. There is no fucking excuse, even if you think that person is a piece of shit. You still sell your soul. Taking someone's life. When you're not in danger, that it was just crazy. It was just crazy. And her dad, and then some, I mean, you got to understand, sometimes it's destiny. Things are set. Someone's supposed to die when they're supposed to die. When you try to act like you're God, even though you think you're being just, you're interfering with someone's destiny. You sell your soul by doing that too. And the dad knew that. By killing someone and then interfering. That's a no-no. You sell your soul. Interfering in people's relationships. Thinking you're God, or because you like that person, you think that person should be with you, and then doing black magic, or even just word magic, lying, manipulating. You're selling your soul. It's that simple. The littlest things you think, oh, and in society now, everything's all fucked up and distorted, where fuck shit is normalized. Not being authentic is normalized. Copying someone and acting like that it's you, faking it, it's okay. You're selling your soul. You don't have to sit there and actually make a verbal agreement, become a Satanist. No. No. It's just fucked up. It's just so easy and there's no excuse. There's things that should not be done regardless. Regardless. It doesn't matter. You're going to say you didn't know. Okay. It's like drunk driving. You know it could happen. But then it happens. You're like, I didn't know. Fucking law's like, we give 2 fucks. You're paying. Oh, I don't know. I should break this because I don't know for sure I'm keeping it like that. I'm tired of fixing shit. And then I had been wondering about how to relate forgiveness for someone to really, really understand, to simplify it, what it is, and to know you're on that right path of forgiveness and why it's so important, what it means for you. Like, forgiveness doesn't mean that the event, every time you think about it, that it doesn't hurt. Doesn't mean that. It just means, like analogy would be, it just means sort of like, you get to a point where when you think about it, it's sort of like watching a movie. There's no emotional attachment. It's not happening to you. It's the past. It's not happening to you. You can't fix the past, but it's like watching a movie. You can still watch fucked up scenes and it could still make you cry, but you don't have that anger of, she or he did that to me. That part's gone. You're not stuck on that where you're like obsessed about it. You're talking about it all the time. You're talking about them all the time. Like, you're not on that road like, I gotta destroy them. Because in actuality, if you have reached a point where, like, you know what, they're a piece of shit, I don't need them around me, it's not healthy for me, or you grown up, you stay away, you don't let them influence you like that. You have to realize when you've done that, if you really, really recognize it, that you became your own hero. You saved yourself. And if you do the shadow work, going back to that part of you, that inner child, doing the adulting or the parenting of yourself, reaching that part of you that was hurt, traumatized over the years, and then being like, you know what? That's never, ever going to happen to us again. You saved yourself. You saved that part of you. Just the fact you know it was wrong. You know what they did. You can't undo it. You can't. Lucky if you get them to say sorry, admit anything, you're lucky. But most likely that'll never ever happen. They will not even realize or care what they did, be in denial, blame you, and do some weird scapegoating and weird fucking word salad and all kinds of shit. But you got to let that go, because the healing is about you. Nobody else, not that fucking person. They don't need to say sorry. You don't need fucking closure. You give yourself closure. You give yourself closure by getting away or never letting them do that shit to you ever again. That's your closure. Not them saying sorry. Not everybody acknowledging it happened to you. You gave yourself closure by not ever letting it happen to you. But then you got to realize, yes, that person did that. It's past tense. They did that. But if they're not there doing that to you again, not trying to destroy you or doing other weird shit, and even then, those people that are listening to that person, there's nothing you can do about that. You just have to let it be. And that person that's lying is fucking cuckoo crazy and foolish shit. Eventually, those people will see it. Or maybe not, because they're probably the same as that other person. Just leave it be. Walk away. Let it go. As long as they're not actually sitting there causing you harm and your life's not in danger. Because if they're not there physically with you, or you've already removed yourself from that situation, then it isn't about them anymore. It isn't. They're not the one hurting you. You are hurting you. You've turned yourself into your own victimizer. By reliving it, talking about it, obsessing it, wanting people to group up with you against that person. You have become what they were and what you despised. You have become it, even towards yourself, by reliving it over and over and over and not letting it go, even though it's a past and it's not fucking happening anymore and you're hanging on to it. Yeah, they did it. It's the past. It's done. They can't do it again. But you're sitting there hanging on to it, sitting in that anger, traumatizing yourself. So then it's you. You're the one that's harming you. And then being angry and trying to pray to God or whatever to punish that, it's done. They will get their karma. But you sitting in that, you're the one hurting yourself. And you're on that point, you're on that path of forgiveness, and you know you're doing it in the right way, because you reach a point where, like, if this person is real shitty and this is what they do to people, you reach a point where you know you're on the right path when, like, you can even watch a movie about it, you can even hear about it, even about that person or someone similar to that person. It doesn't trigger you to be, oh, that person did that to me. You reach a point where it's like, you know what? It's like you shift. Your energy shifts because you're not getting hurt anymore by them. You stepped out of, they did that to me. That person did that to me. You step out of that. And it is like watching a movie where like you are excited about it, but it's not, you're not in that state of that person did that to me. It becomes, oh, those motherfuckers are doing that to people. It's not one person anymore, and it's not about you. You've transitioned to where it's not about you anymore. And some people, like, you could tell that fucking superhero within them, that they saved themselves. They saved that inner child that was hurt. They recovered, and they know they're safe, and it'll never ever happen. They go into the superhero mode where, like, you know what? I'm going to go out there so no one does that to other people. They step out of that person did that to me to they are never, the whole generalized group of them is never going to do that to anybody else. You step into this weird superhero mode because you already saved yourself. And you're not consumed by it where it's that person did this to me. But when you're stuck in that person did this to me, you're only hurting yourself. You're the one you're actually stuck. And you're not healing. And all of it is, anyways, it's just a matter of perspective anyways. And actually living in the now. You're like stuck in the past. And you're the one causing yourself harm. You are. And then so energy-wise, you are giving yourself karma. You are talking about and blaming something on someone that they are not doing that to you. They can't do that to you anymore. And you reliving it like that. Blaming them is karma. Talking about them in that state is karma to you. Basically, it's like doing black magic, lying upon them. When you're the one now, like, it's all on you. It happened, yes. And then now it's your responsibility to heal. It's not their responsibility. Then you hanging on to that. Thinking negative of them, like as if it's happening right now when it's in the past. They can't do that to you anymore, and you're still on it. You're giving yourself karma. Hence why being in that state, you can't find joy. You're fucking miserable as fuck. You're in karma. And at that point, it has nothing to do with them. It's all you. It's all you. You tell if you're progressing, if you're stuck in that person did this to me. Instead of transitioning into that superhero. Then every time you see that, it's always about you. And you'll even see someone that gets hurt, and you can't even empathize with them. Or you empathize in a funky way where they have to join teams with you while you guys are just nonstop reminiscing about bullshit. That is not healing. It doesn't get you anywhere but re-traumatizing yourself. That is not healing. Maybe talking about it for a little bit, for a little while, so you know you weren't alone, the shit you went through, it's understandable, like how it's made you felt, and then after that, you got to move beyond that. If not, you're stuck, and you're the one re-traumatizing yourself. You're the one giving yourself karma because that person is not hurting you right now. And you're just nonstop talking shit, which is magic, word magic. Wishing bad upon them when it's already done in the past. You're in karma. You're giving yourself karma by doing that. That's why the best thing for you to do, if they're not hurting you, they're not running around making a thing to fucking in your face, and you know they're fucking doing some really crazy fuck shit to people, just let it go. Because they're in their karma too. Let it go. They're in hell. To even be acting like that, they're in hell. They hate themselves. It's just you can't see that. Your vision's distorted. You're caught up in trauma and you're hanging on to it. And you're causing yourself harm. And you're giving yourself karma. Blaming them for something at the present moment that is not happening. And then talking about it. It's like cursing yourself. And then being angry about it when you did it to yourself. You don't even realize you're like on this path of destruction. You think you're destroying them. You're only destroying yourself. Because you're sitting in that energy. I really want to try to fix that. I gotta pee. I'll be back because I drank some coffee. Oh, was it good? It was good. And I get now why, like, they, like these entities and things, need you to sell your soul. In other words, need you to do stuff that's, how would you say it? I don't know if it's just very negative. Some shit is like, you should never ever do, breaking certain laws, universal laws, 10 commandments, especially causing harm to another person, another being. Because just like when you, in spirituality, they teach you, you know, for you to have good things come in your life, you have to make room for it. You have to let go. Say if you want that perfect, I guess perfect or balanced soulmate, you have to let go of the shitty one you have, or else there's no room. You have to let things go. You have to let go of the negative feelings, the negative habits. You have to let it go. You have to make room. So hence why your house, what makes you, your personality, all your aspects, your house is already full. You have to kick some of you out. So whatever it is, an entity, a demon, whatever, even ideology, to have room. It's the same thing. You're making room. So without you fucking doing fuck shit, hurting other people, thinking very negative, there's no room for all that. There's no room for quote unquote possession. You have to kick parts of you out, or else it can't get in. And then plus you got to get rid of the negative for the positive things you want in your life. You have to make room. It goes both ways. You can't hang on to both. It doesn't work that way. You only have so much room. And if you have fuck shit in your life because you're hanging on to fuck shit people, fuck shit family, fuck shit friends, fuck shit lifestyle, don't be mad when all you manifest is fuck shit. Don't be jealous at someone else because they got rid of their fuck shit and are having better things. Don't get mad. You're hanging on to that. You manifested that. You manifested that. And you're keeping it there. Like Rich Brennan was saying today, there was a video. What, you can't clean house by doing the same, like, basically dirty shit? It's impossible. You can't clean your house by doing the same shit. You can't be cleaning your house and then still fucking flinging shit around. Doing the same thing that got your house dirty. Your house is gonna stay dirty. And you can't get mad at nobody else but yourself. You can't be jealous of someone else because they cleaned their house and stopped doing the shit that was dirtying their house. They manifested some good stuff. Because then when you start doing stupid shit, doing stuff that's unjust, doing stuff where you think you're fucking God, doing stuff imposing your will on someone else, however, black magic, lying on them, you are selling your fucking soul. You don't have to be a Satanist to sell your soul. And it doesn't matter. You didn't know. Universe don't care. Source doesn't fucking care. You still did it. You did it knowing. You knew it was wrong to do that. And you knew it's your own fucking fault. Your life is still fuck shit. And you wanted to take it out on someone else. You knew it was wrong because you were hiding it and lying about it. You can't play the universe. You sound like an idiot. You sound like an idiot. And then, like, I know people wonder, like, how I do it. How do I, like, people who are doing black magic towards me, death magic, chaos magic, but I still stay positive. And how do I break the fucking magic? While I don't have a coven, I'm not paying anybody, I'm not doing any spells. How do I keep breaking it?